women are black belts and dudes are white belts most of the time. So she comes in, Uno reverses, judo this, doing that, throwing this around. You don't even know what's happening. He's on a mat dizzy like, oh, she's going like this, walking out the dojo. Gone to the next one. You don't even know what happened. Thinks this is mental health, this is why he's sad. No, some came in and used you and you don't even know it. Kai Cenat's ex-girlfriend, Gigi, says she broke up with Kai and accuses him of painting a false narrative and shutting down rumors that she cheated on him with NBA YoungBoy. I left, quote, I left. Now you want to get on the internet and rush to paint a false narrative about off a fake Twitter post is insane. I've never cheated on you and you know that. I have never dealt with that man. Play that sympathetic role somewhere else, please. Right? Let's see what else here. Always listen to Duke Dennis. I don't know about that one. She left because Kai didn't buy her car. Yeah, I did see a clip where she said that she wanted a G-Wagon or some shit like that. What does this say?
Bitch, I figured it out. Nigga probably just mad about his bitch.
Go through that phone on stream. Let's react. The gym's near Kai Cenat's crib. All right, so then this is Neon saying something.
I saw real quick. I saw Kai's tweet. I just want to say, bro. Hey man, just focus on yourself, King. Focus on yourself, King. All right, man. I'm gonna just leave it at that, bro. You know. Hey, I just want to say, King. You go, King. All right, you're the prize. Understand that, bro, man.
Yo, these. Oh God, man. Fucking having to say this shit is crazy.
Thank you. Come again. These girls ain't shit. All right, I just want to let you know that. But
I know you ain't talking. I told you 2 years ago about Sam. You ain't listen, bro. Cause I'll never be in another relationship again. Here, let me let's find Kai on Twitter on here. Bro, I hate being right all the time, bro. I hate being right all the time. So here's his profile, right? And he made this comment on mental health, right? This was like a week ago or so, talking about mental health.
Currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday. Felt like it was the day to be transparent and honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright, pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I've really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more. I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator and I'm very passionate about creating. And I have other goals and things that I just want to achieve and do more of, and I would love to show you guys what I've been working on for the past few months through my more personal page, which is KC3 Hidden. I am going to go private soon on that page, so whoever gets in, but I just want to let you guys know that sometimes it is important to take care of your mental health, and honestly, it's been getting better. It has, but out of frustration and fear, I just been in my head for some reason. I never had this feeling before, but I want it to be known that I truly want to create, and I don't know if I'm getting mature or I'm just looking at things at a broad point of view, but I am so passionate about creating in general, and I'm excited to show you guys. Thank you.
All right, so a lot to unpack here. So a week ago, right, I went super viral because I responded to that mental health thing, and I'll show you guys this so you guys got the full context, because now everything is starting to make sense to me. Now that we have more pieces of the pie. Boom. Becoming Rich, and this got 4 million views, by the way. This probably went one of the most viral of all the responses to his. This took a lot for me to do. Thank you, right? So I go, becoming rich in your 20s as a man is a curse. Being sad or depressed as a multimillionaire in America is some bitch-ass nigga activity. I don't care what anyone says. There's children that are getting blown up in Gaza, starving in Sudan and Yemen, and would kill for an opportunity to switch lives. And we got some soft-ass men in America talking about mental health. Depression isn't real. Stop being a pussy and create real impact, and you won't feel like a useless fuck. So here's the thing, bro, right? But everything is making sense. He stops streaming, takes a break, right? Now we know that he was having problems with his chick, right? He made this video, oh, I'm coming over mental health, whatever. But we know now, more than likely, a component of this mental health instability was probably from his relationship with this chick, right? And when I made this video, when I made that response and it got 4 million views, I get Kai's message, right message, wrong messenger. And the reason why is, bro, if you're a young man and you're a multimillionaire, nobody's trying to hear none of that bullshit from you, bro. Let's just keep it all the way 1,000. Nobody's trying to hear any of that. No one's trying to hear about your mental health, none of that shit. You are blessed beyond belief, especially when we see all the other stuff going on in the world. For you to be an extremely wealthy multimillionaire in your 20s, nobody's trying to hear that. And I truly believe too, that if you're a young man and you're wealthy and you're successful, it's one of the worst things that can happen to you. And the reason why I say this is because, okay, it used to be as a man, for you to become a multimillionaire, you had to have certain things in place, okay? You had to be able to have charisma, charm, work hard, be a people person to a degree, be able to network, be able to maneuver yourself in different environments so you can get in touch with certain people. You had to have a good network of friends or people that you associate with, right? Like all these things came into play for you to be a millionaire. But with the age of the internet, right, even though the internet is a fantastic invention, let's be honest here. The internet has made a lot of really stupid people rich.
Bomba.
Okay? We got dumb thoughts like Camilla, whatever the the fuck her name is, skillless, talentless, multimillionaire, made $20 million in 5 years because she was able to utilize OnlyFans as a virtual stripping pole to make a bunch of money, right? So though the internet is great, it's created a lot of opportunities, it's also created a lot of it is what it is. So it used to be you had to have certain things in place to become a multimillionaire or to be a millionaire in general, right? With the internet, the gatekeeping and the barrier to entry is way lower. So people that otherwise would have never been rich, right, or wealthy or financially secure, had it not been for the internet and streaming or whatever, are now rich, okay? And that prerequisite skill set or mindset or experience is no longer needed to make that kind of money. And the thing is that for you to be able to have that prerequisite skill set, it makes you strong, chat. That's the key. You had to endure a lot and go through a lot to get to that money and that success. So it made you stronger in the process, okay? I'll give you guys an example. You go to the gym, you train, okay? You go super hard, you go consistently. What's one of the first things that's gonna happen to you? Your hands are gonna start to get calloused, right? However, as you go to the gym consistently and your hands get calloused, they're gonna get rougher, they're gonna adapt, they're gonna acclimate to the way you lift weights, you're gonna start getting ridges, etc. So after a month, your hands might hurt. After a year, it hurts less. After 2 years, the calluses are built in, you're good to go, right? That's precisely what becoming wealthy used to be. You built up certain calluses so that you wouldn't feel pain when you lift a certain weight because you kind of built your way up there incrementally. What the internet has effectively done is it got you lifting 315 on the fucking bar, but you never got the calluses. Does that make sense? On your hands. So it's really painful to fucking hold the bar in place sometimes. And this analogy that I'm trying to describe to you guys is to let you guys know that when you remove the barrier to entry, what you also do is remove certain experiences and certain mindsets that need to be adapted to earn that kind of money, which is critical for you to maintain that money long term. Does that make sense? Okay? That's why a lot of these rich, young, famous people have mental issue problems. Okay? They're depressed. They're sad, despite the fact that they make $10, $20 million a year, because they never had to grind, right, from a young age and understand what being down really is. Being down is not feeling sad while being a multimillionaire. Being down is trying to figure out how you're going to make money. Being down is looking at your fucking brothers and sisters and be like, damn, they're hungry. We need to get some food. Being down is having real poverty where you open up your fucking, cereal box and you see roaches in it. I vividly remember as a child living in New York City, like 8, 7, 9 years old. I used to eat this cereal. It was called Kix, right? Orange box. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't even know if they sell that shit anymore, right? I vividly remember that I would fucking open that cereal box or Captain Crunch and I would see roaches in the fucking bag. And if I saw a roach in there or a dead roach in there, I would be like, damn, I can't eat the cereal no more, right? I remember that. Stuff like that sticks with you. But guess what? It makes it now where I'm not complaining about fucking, anything. Because I'll tell y'all this right now. Waking up in the morning and being like, damn, let me go ahead and, have some cereal. You pull out that fucking cereal thinking, oh yeah, it's about to be lit. You pull out the bag real quick, make sure there's no roaches there. You see a fucking 3 of them niggas in there. Bomba. Day ruined. Now you gotta watch fucking cartoons with no fucking cereal. I remember that. I remember back in 2005, I went to Egypt with my parents. They wanted to teach me a lesson because my grades weren't so good my sophomore year of high school. Sent my ass to Egypt. I was there. Poor as fucking Cairo. Power cutting off and shit like that. Dusty roads everywhere. I remember that shit. Sucked. Absolutely sucked. I remember going to Sudan as a kid in 1995 when Omar Bashir was still fucking running the country. I saw what real poverty is. I'll never forget. When I went to Egypt in 2005 and came back, I kissed the fucking floor at JFK. That changed me forever, okay? That changed me forever. In my 20s, I was a Division I athlete. While everyone was partying, I was fucking training, delayed gratification, had to wake up every morning at 5, train. I was still doing bodybuilding on the side. I was working for ICE as an intern. Hell, I even had a little part-time job at Abercrombie & Fitch, right? And I remember what it's like to be broke. Have like a couple $100s in your account and be like, damn, I can't spend this. If I do, I'm cooked, right? And then you're on your last like 50, 20 bucks. I remember that shit. Now, why is this all important? This is all extremely important because now I'm in a position to appreciate what the fuck I got. I've experienced the downs, right? So now I'm able to appreciate the up. And the other beauty here is that since I've experienced the down and I could talk about it openly with a lot of you guys, I'm trying to keep you guys from experiencing the same downs I did. What did Jay-Z famously say back in the day? Hope went through that so you don't have to go through that. You guys remember that shit? Hope went through that so you don't have to go through that. That's precisely why I do the show the way that I do. And I give you guys a lot of my experiences that I had when I was in my younger years. So you guys don't make some of the same mistakes that I had. Or let's say you are making some of those mistakes. You can relate to me because I can explain to you I've been been there. I know how to, you know, how we can overcome this. But the problem is that these young niggas have never dealt with a lot of this shit. It was all highs, all money, all rich. Well, if you never experienced it down, you're not going to appreciate the highs. So that's why when I was saying Cenat is really in no position to talk about mental health or any of this shit, the reason why I say that is because I don't want to hear nothing from a multimillionaire in their 20s, bro. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. No one's trying to hear that, dude. Because no matter what you do or what you say is going to come off as you're entitled and you're being a bitch and you're soft. That's the truth. And that's why he's getting criticized so much. But now we got the full story. Now we know that a large component of him probably being depressed was this dumbass. A lot of these young guys are bitches. Dudes are making tens of thousands of dollars a month, $100,000 a month plus, a lot of these influencers in their 20s. And these niggas are talking about, I gotta focus on my mental health, whatever. What? You niggas talk shit to you on the internet and that makes you sad? Get the fuck out of here. Bro, there was niggas your age storming the beaches of Normandy. Oh, bro, it's an onslaught in my chat. They're talking shit to me. Oh, my God. Oh, nigga, try storming a beach with a bunch of Germans shooting at you. Fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Dudes your age used to be in war, trench warfare. Now these motherfuckers are crying about fucking chat warfare. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, motherfuckers don't got no perspective at all. Now that we've described how, you know, a lot of these streamers are just pussies that are in their 20s talking about mental health, whatever. Let's talk about this bitch, right? Let me find this girl real quick. Because I told y'all niggas about this bitch, what, a year ago plus, if I'm not mistaken? Wasn't I the first one to call it out that this chick was going to be on some bullshit? So this girl, because I remember we looked at her socials before. If somebody could pull up the clip for me, that'd be fucking awesome. Let me look at, because this girl's a fucking no-name, bro. Nobody knew who this bitch was before this shit. Hold on. Twitch streamer Cenat announced Friday he's single and vows to never date again, posting a nostalgic photos from a Dallas Maverick game with his ex TikTok star Gabriel Gigi Alaya. Right, bro? Nobody knew who this fucking bitch was, bro. Let's see if we can find her YouTube channel. Because I remember calling this shit out before with this chick. Does she even post anything? Female YouTubers be trash, bro. Yeah, she posts like maybe once or twice a week. Okay. Typical vlog shit. Okay. So rumors swirl that Gigi cheated with rapper NBA Youngboy amplified by DJ Academics, but she's fired back on Instagram stories denying it all, saying she ended things. Lil TJ's earlier stream warning about checking her phone resurfaced, splitting opinions online as no solid proof backs the claims. Okay, look, whether she cheated or not isn't really relevant to the story. I'm not even gonna go down that road with whether her cheating or whatever. I'm gonna go down the road of this is why you don't fuck with girls that are influencers. Okay, you can't deal with women that are in show business. Okay, and let me explain this. So I've told you guys before that some of the worst women to get with are women in the entertainment industry, right? And the reason for that is because women that are into social media, TikTok, YouTube, any of this other shit, right? They have to constantly be on the net, right? And they have to like network and meet people and make shit happen, collaborations, whatever. The problem with this is that the nature of her work is going to put her in positions that are not advantageous to the success of your relationship. All right, I'm gonna say that again. Because some of you guys might be watching right now and you guys are like, oh, well, Myron, that doesn't affect me. No, it might affect you more than you think. When young people were polled, the number one job that young people wanted, which is way different than my generation, is a lot of you young guys and young girls want to be influencers. So some of you guys watching right now, 21, 22, etc., your girl might have a TikTok, she might have an Instagram, she might have one of these accounts or whatever. She might want to become an influencer or is trying to become one, maybe whether it's unbeknown to you or whatever. So this is very important that you guys understand this because a lot of young women want to become influencers. A lot of them, okay? Sometimes for the wrong reasons. Well, mostly for the wrong reasons. They see all these chicks making money on OnlyFans, whatever. They, oh, I can do that too. I'm cuter than fucking Sophie Ray, and she's stupid. I can do it too, right? Next thing you know, they're selling their for fucking $2.99, bro. You know? Apple Pay type shit. But anyway, for women to really make it in show business, whether it's social media, music, any of this other shit, they're gonna have to put themselves in rooms with certain individuals, okay? And a lot of the times, these individuals are men that see an opportunity with a girl that's trying to make it. Now, does this mean that they're gonna, every single dude that is in the industry or whatever is gonna try to hit on a girl? No, but there's other niggas that are gonna be around that might try, okay? So in order for a woman to grow her social media career, she's gonna have to network and be around individuals a lot of the times that are not going to benefit your relationship. It's only going to hurt it. There's no good that can come from it, right? And the other thing you need to know is if you're a famous dude, right, and you bring in a girl like this that's relatively obscure that no one fucking knows, what's going to happen is she's going to become famous and she's going to get really famous. What's up happening is she's down here, you're up here, you're bringing her almost up to your level. So now she has access to people she would have otherwise never had access to because of you, right? And again, this can create a lot of problems. Now, here's the other issue. This dude guy's in his 20s, right? What I tell y'all all the time, hey, don't get married or really start taking women seriously until you're in your 30s at least. You got to have a certain lay count. You got to have some money put away. You got to have some experience. The reason why I tell y'all this is because modern women in their 20s have a lot of game nowadays. Why? Well, the reason why they have so much game, and I talk about this in my book, Why Women Deserve Less over here, is by the time a woman is in her early 20s, guys, she's been hit on thousands of times. If you add in the internet, right, and social media, Instagram, TikTok, etc., we're talking about tens of thousands of times. And what happens when people hit on you that much or try to talk to you that often? Guess what happens? You become really good at identifying losers versus winners, deflecting and judoing motherfuckers. You basically become a black belt in keeping losers away, right? And then some women get so good at this where not only are they able to learn how to repel certain men and keep them away, they figure out how to use those men in a way that's advantageous to them only, but not the man. This, my friends, is what I call the fucking friend zone. Women get hit on so much, they develop a skill set to get some motherfuckers to give them value while they don't give any value back. In other words, this nigga's gonna be my Uber guy. This guy's gonna be my food guy. This guy's gonna be my friend that I can tell my problems to, and he's gonna be the emotional tampon. And these idiots will gladly do it. Why? Because men don't get the same level of attention from the opposite gender as women do. You can take a 21-year-old woman, you take a 21-year-old man, right? That 21-year-old woman is gonna have tens of thousands of interactions with men between real life and the internet. That 21-year-old guy might have two, okay? That nigga might have two. Now, let me ask you guys a simple question. Who's going to be a better boxer? The boxer that spars every single day and fights southpaws, orthodox, etc.? Or the boxer who's only had 2 spars in his life? I think we know the answer to that. The boxer that spars every day, aka the woman, is going to be far more effective and skilled than the individual that doesn't spar. This is where men have the disadvantage. Since women get far more experience with the opposite gender, they become a lot better at identifying higher status individuals from opposite gender or lower status individuals. Men don't, okay? This is why she was able to come in, get in the relationship, get what she needed, get the fuck out. Meanwhile, he's sitting there talking about mental health and, oh man, this sucks and all this other shit, because she was able to quickly assess where he stands, get her value, get the fuck out. He wasn't able to keep up. Why? Because men don't have the same level of interaction from the opposite gender. In other words, women are fucking black belts and dudes are white belts most of the time, okay? So she comes in, Uno reverses, judo this, doing that, throwing this nigga around, blah, blah, blah. You don't even know what's happening. He's on a mat dizzy like, oh shit. She's going like this, walking out the dojo. Gone. To the next one. You don't even know what happened. Nigga thinks this is mental health, this is why he's sad. No. Some bitch came in and used you and you don't even know it. She already out the dojo to the next one. And this is why it's so fucking important. This is why I tell you guys, you got to get out there and deal with women. This is what religion doesn't save you from, okay? There's no more shame in society that shames women for doing shit like this. Being predatory as a female is completely socially acceptable and, most importantly, endorsed.
Welcome, punch!
Women are taught in 2025 to meet men, extract value, get what you need, and get the fuck up out of there. Women are taught the Sheryl Sandberg effect, which is date the bad boys, have fun in your 20s, and then right before you're gonna hit your 30s, find a nice guy, settle down with him, have kids with him, and then go ahead and have a family. Literally, translation, be a whore in your peak years, have your fun, then go find a guy down the road that's gonna save you. That's what it comes down to. Obviously, she's doing this at a higher level because she's dealing with celebrities and shit like that. But the reason why he's sad with mental health and why she just moved on and it's not a big deal and she on Instagram defending herself is because women become very good at monkey branching and moving to the next individual and not caring. And a woman that's in show business is going to be even worse about this shit, unfortunately. So this is why I tell you guys that you need to understand women. And here's another thing too I'll let you guys realize so you guys really understand the discrepancy here. How many YouTube channels are out there teaching women about men? Not many. Not many. If anything, it's teaching women maybe how to get married or how to find a rich man. But there's no YouTube channel out there teaching women how to find men. You want to know why? Because it's not necessary. The men come up to them. But there's a bunch of YouTube channels out there teaching men how to get women. Why? Because it's difficult. It's not easy. And then if you do get a girl, the next part is assessing how much she likes you for you, what she's trying to do. You got to identify all the ulterior motives of why she's fucking with you. And the more famous and more money you have, the more you have to do this vetting process and be more diligent about it. So again, the reason why this is probably affecting him more than her is because he didn't see a lot of this shit coming because he's in his 20s. And for any of my guys out there, right? Whether you're an influencer or not, or you're just a guy that has a regular job, whatever, stay away from women that want to be on social media and they want to be influencers. Stay away from these women because in order for them to grow their brand and to grow their business, they're going to have to be in rooms and or in situations that simply are not advantageous to your relationship. It can only hurt it. And the other thing too is that she's going to be exposed to higher status and better men than you in a lot of these situations. And unfortunately, the way that women are wired to get the best deal that they can get. Their entire mating strategy is presupposed upon doubt. What do I mean by this? They are constantly asking themselves, do I have the best guy that I can get? Do I have the best man I can get? If the answer is no, she's going to be a hoe. I'm going to say that again for you niggas. A woman's mating strategy is based in doubt. What they say is this the best man that I can get? If the answer is no, she's gonna be a hoe. There's one phrase you want to take from this shit, take that one. This is fucking Gillette. Is this the best that a woman can get? No, she's gonna be a hoe. It's your job to make sure every time she asks herself that stupid ass question, is this the best that I can get? The answer is yes. That's your job. Your job is to make sure every time she asks herself that stupid ass, redundant question, is this the best that I can get? The answer is a profound fucking yes. That's your job. And you guys want to know how you make it a yes every time? Keep your value up, go to the gym, keep your sexual market value high, make sure other women still want you, keep her in her place. This is the game, chat. This is the game. The game is about maintaining your sexual market value at a certain level where it would be stupid for your woman to go and try to find another guy. And if she does, she's absolutely going to regret it very quickly, which is fine. We live in a deregulated sexual marketplace. Women are going to be hoes. Let them leave. Who gives a fuck? You need to be in a position where you don't care if she leaves. That is the best place to be. So anyway, look, I feel sorry for Kai, right? Sucks that, he dated this, what I call this opportunistic 304, right? If she's able to get certain accesses and get certain things, she benefited way more from the relationship than he did. That's why he feels like, oh man, I'm never going to be in a relationship again. I'm single. Because she probably added like no fucking value to this nigga, bro. If I'm gonna be honest. Most girls are fucking useless. And the reason why is because they've never had to be useful, especially attractive women. That's just how it goes. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. Stay away from girls that are on the internet and want to be influencers, bro. It's a bad look, man. Always gonna put you in a precarious situation. You want a girl that's low key, man.